Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, and I'm on the avatar this morning because I was going on live later, and I was just sort of organising it, and then this breaking news came through, and because it's something we've been following, and I know a lot of you will be interested in this development, in the disappearance of the doctor, Michael, the famous TV doctor who disappeared on the Greek island a few days ago. Disappeared without a trace. Seemed like he was on his way home. He'd been on the beach with his wife and friends. They'd been to the beach, and then he decided he wanted to go home. There's some people are saying that he'd said he wasn't feeling very well, but we haven't had official confirmation of that, have we? I'm just going to put a picture of him up for a while. Let me just find a picture. So it's very sad because unfortunately, Mr. Mosley, he has been found, or a body has been found. Let's say we shouldn't jump to conclusions, but I think for them to sort of release the information that body has been found in connection with his disappearance. I don't know what's happened to my photos of him. I'm going to download a photo of him. It's important that we have a look at him. So yeah, the sad news is a body has been found. Let me just, let's find a picture of him and put it up. I'm going to light a candle as well in a moment. So all that remains now, I suppose, is to find out what happened to him. So from what I can gather, poor Michael, he was found in a cave, or this body has been found in a cave. No, so what was he doing in a cave? Unless he got lost, there's always a possibility that he got lost. Sorry, this just seems to be taking ages to try and can't seem to get his photo to come up. Anyway, never mind, I'll show it in a different way. I'll share the screen and we can have a look at him that way. So yeah, here's Michael Mosley, a TV doctor, being on the One Show this morning, programs like that. Is famous for diet tips, etc., and apparently famous in Australia too. What's happened to him? What happened to him? So, I mean, it's good that he has been found, because obviously that's preferable, isn't it, to be looking for him. You know, we watched yesterday when we watched a video about it, about another family whose father had gone missing in Greece and has never been found, and that's just got to be, you know, the worst thing, really, hasn't it? Right, let me just say hello to you all, and then I'm going to go into this story, how it started and now what the latest news is. Hi Hannah, hi Kelly, hi Heather, yeah, hi Julie, hi Carla, hi Maria, hi Silver, hi Fire Up. Yeah, I wondered if he got lost and he was sheltering from the heat. You know, why would he be in a, you know, I don't think it's likely that he deleted himself. I don't think that's a possibility. But, you know, you never know. You never know, of course. I think maybe he'd got lost and then he went into a cave to shelter from the heat. But, of course, in another way, once you're in a cave, you're harder to find, aren't you? You know, if he would have stayed on the path, but it would have been blistering heat, of course, blistering heat. And we don't know if he had any water. It didn't look as if he had any water with him or anything. Hi, Maltese. So I wonder if he went into the cave to shelter from the heat. But unfortunately, of course, that did make him harder to find, didn't it? Let's just have a look at a news was a new. Let's have a look at this news item that was on the Australian news. Let's see if we can get this video up. Just a quick video about it.
Well, this search is still very much underway.
So this was when the search was still going on. I'm going to give you the latest news in a moment. This is just something we haven't seen. This is how part of how it was reported in Australia.
To try and find TV personality Michael Mosley, who has gone missing from an island in Greece, an island called Symi. Now, he was there with his wife, who reported him missing roughly 6 hours went missing. So police are there searching for him. There's also more resources that are being sent from Athens to the island to try and find him. But this is
I mean, they certainly pulled out all the stops, didn't they, to look for him? You know, it's only a small island, of course, so they wouldn't have a lot of resources on the island. But it's part of the Greek islands. So, you know, Greece as a country is a modern European country. It will have, you know, search resources. It's just a question of getting them out there. They certainly pulled out all the stops to look for him.
It's a really unusual case. Obviously, at this time of year, it's summertime in Europe, so he was there enjoying this beautiful, picturesque island, and it is quite unusual for him to have gone missing. Now, we know that this search is obviously well underway. He is part of he's been a part of several different TV stations here in Britain. He was a TV doctor for some time. His wife is also a doctor, and they do have 4 children. So no doubt his family are extremely eager and keen to find him on this island in Greece. Well, this search is...
Okay, so I'm going to light the candle now. I know you can't see me because I'm on the avatar, but you hear the clicker. So light a candle for Michael, bless him, rest in peace. I hope he's... Oh, God, I couldn't get my lighter to work then. So yeah, this morning's candle, or the candle for this video, is for Michael and his family, of course, because it's the ones that are left behind that will be suffering the most. And, you know, they'll be thinking about how Michael must have suffered, because that won't have been very nice, would it? I wonder if he felt ill. Maybe he just went off exploring. He started to feel ill. He went into a cave for shelter. But as I say, the unfortunate thing about that is once you go into a cave, no one's going to come across you by accident, are they? But what do? Just stay out on the, you know, on the pathway in the blistering sun. I mean, he had that umbrella with him. Of course, the answer is there is a lesson to be learned here, I'm afraid. You know, you do not go wandering around holiday spots anywhere, really, anywhere, not in 40 degrees heat or whatever the temperature was. You know, you just don't do it. It was in the afternoon, wasn't it? It was when the heat was at the top of its, you know, heat, if you like. So I saw it on Sky News about half an hour ago. Let's have a look what Sky News have got to say. So, Michael Mosley, body found in the search for the TV doctor on the Greek island of Symi. Is this him? This was supposed to, yeah, it says it is. Dr. Michael Mosley walking through the town of Paddy on Wednesday. So he got to that town and they said he was seen at the bus stop. So it makes you wonder, did the bus just not turn up? Was he waiting ages for the bus? And in the end, did he think to himself, oh, I'll walk the rest of the way because the bus isn't coming? I mean, why didn't he get on the bus? So apparently one of the chatters there, Heather, was just saying that the body's been confirmed to be his. I haven't seen that yet, but it's because I've been on live stream, but I'm sure she's right. So the body was found in a cave on Symi, the deputy mayor said. Separately, a police spokesman who spoke on condition of anonymity because of an ongoing investigation said the body was found on a rocky coast by a private boat and that formal identification was pending. That sounds mysterious, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It was found on a rocky coast by a private boat, and that formal identification was pending. Mm. So the presenter had reportedly set off on a walk from St Nicholas Beach at around 1:30 local time, but failed to return home. So, 1:30, just as the heat is getting to its, the heat, it literally grips you when the heat comes to, when it comes, well, 1 o'clock would be the latest I would be out anywhere, 11 in the height of the summer. But 1 o'clock, 100%, you would just not be. There's a reason why in these countries people have siestas. It's not, they call it a siesta, but it's not like to go to sleep really. It's just a quiet time in the house when the full strength of the sun, lots of, for example, as you know, I live in Spain, or a lot of it's not a question of going to bed for 3 hours, a siesta. It's just so hot at that time that's the time people have that quiet time at home. They have their lunch. They watch something on the telly. A lot of the prime time in Spain of the TV is at that siesta time, because that's when everybody's in the house watching the telly. They have their breaks from work at that time. So yeah, it's not go to bed for 3 hours. It's just get out the sun for 3 hours. So then he was captured on several CCTV cameras walking through the town of Padí, around 1.2 kilometers away, then near a yacht club in Marina Symi, further around the island. So this was a long walk as well he was doing. And, he may have been fit, but he's not a young man. I know it's too late now, but it was silly what he was doing. Unfortunately, I'm surprised because, he obviously is an intelligent guy. Trying to look at how old he was, isn't he? Is he over 70 or just under 70? So his wife raised the alarm on Wednesday after he failed to return home. And rescue teams had been working on the assumption he may have mistakenly headed towards the hills behind the marina. Now, we don't know, we may never know exactly why he ended up in this cave. But how will we know? I mean, who knows if nobody was there? Anyway, his body was found in a cave complex close to the Agia Marina, known to locals as the Abyss. Well, that's not very promising, is it, when you call an area the Abyss? According to the Sun newspaper. We'll have a look at the Sun in a minute. They also said he was found with an umbrella, so he did have that umbrella. So he was one of the presenters of the series Trust Me, I'm a Doctor on the BBC. And he's also known for appearing on television programmes like This Morning and The One Show. He hosted the Just One Thing health podcast for the BBC. 67 years old. And he's also credited for the rising popularity of the 5-2 diet for losing weight, which involves fasting for 2 days a week. Now, I don't know a lot about that diet. I'm not a person that would find it easy to not eat for 2 days. Not to eat anything would be like purgatory for me, to be honest. But I don't know if any of you have ever tried it. Have any of you ever tried that 5-2 diet and found it successful? And more recently, he presented 2 series for Channel 4, Secrets of Your Big Shop and Who Made Britain Fat. His programmes have won an RTS and Emmy Award, and he's previously been named Medical Journalist of the Year by the British Medical Association. Okay, let's have a look at the article in the Sun newspaper. Okay, so there you go. Tragic find. Body found in search for missing TV doctor. It's probably more or less, where's it gone? It's probably more or less the same information that was on Sky News. It's going to give it, actually, it's bloody wobbling around. It's giving me loads of adverts, so I might have to find something else for us to look at. Am I supposed to press in something? Hang on. God. How do you actually get into the article then? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's have a look. Little advert first.
A body has been found in the search for missing Dr. Michael Mosley. He was found just behind me in this rocky terrain. It is along the walking route he was feared to have taken. Police are now arriving behind me. He was found.
Sorry, just to let you know, the troll's gone. I've put them out. We don't get many trolls, do we? So, you know what? If you're still watching Trolley Dolly, you know, you're sad, you know, you're so sad. I'm praying for you, because if your entertainment in life is to go around YouTube channels and say horrible things about people that have died, you know, you really do need a psychiatrist or something. So I'll add you to that candle, because you really do need it. You're a bit sad and pathetic. Okay, let's watch this now.
Found with his umbrella, which was closed, and we'll keep you updated on thesun.co.uk.
Oh, is that it?
It's not worth the headaches of staying within the community of Mark. There's
That
issue
was
inside.
it. That was the whole video. It was literally just to say he'd been found, and we'll keep you updated. Let's see if we can find hi Silver, hi Sabayan. Anyone I haven't said hello to? No, I've took him out now, Silver. Hi Maria. Yeah, very sad people. I mean, seriously, it's sad people. Okay, I'm going to find another video instead. Let's find another video. I mean, there probably isn't much more news at the moment, except for who's called. I put in Missing Doctor, and it came up Missing Doctor Who episodes. God. Let's see. I don't think there'll be any other what's the word, you know, there's probably not any other updates, but they normally have quite good videos on the Australian news channels. Let's have a look at that. All right, don't think they've caught up with it quite yet. Sorry. This was the last sighting. Do you see what I'm saying? If this is where he walked, so it's uphill as well. You know, so it's boiling hot, walking up there, you know, oh, it's so silly. Ugh, ugh. Oh my God. So he actually gave himself a tapeworm. It's not very sensible, that, is it? Because, you know, people, if you're watching at home, don't try it at home. Don't try and give yourself a tapeworm. What was that? To try and lose weight or what? But, oh my God. And then I noticed someone in the chat there said that they tried that diet and ended up in hospital. Do you know, is it just, oh my God, you know, well, I just don't know what to say about the tapeworm. Oh, is it gone? Oh, God, I've switched it off now. Have I? Oh, I haven't shared it either. It's just completely caught me off guard, this, because, right, let's go back to the beginning. You might not have seen him eating the tapeworm.
CCTV that appears to show British TV presenter Michael Mosley raises more questions than answers. Authorities on the Greek island of Symi, where he was holidaying, say it confirms the 67-year-old made it to the town of Pethi more than 20 minutes after he left his wife for a walk along a rugged coastal path.
We have eliminated the possibility he had an accident along the footpath because there are people who saw him with an umbrella and hat walking through town.
Since Wednesday, a search and rescue operation involving helicopters, drones and sniffer dogs had concentrated on the area between St Nicholas Beach and Pethi, but this fresh information has them stumped.
We've lost him from here onwards because there are no more cameras.
Michael Mosley's disappearance has stunned people not only here in the UK but around the world, with many struggling to understand how anyone could simply vanish from such a small but frequented place. Known as the TV doctor who popularised intermittent fasting, Michael Mosley aimed to make health fun and accessible.
Halfway?
Often putting his own body on the line for science.
The time has come for me to give myself tapeworm.
Here we go.
Ugh. Sorry, it's not. No,
He also worked closely with his wife,
want to
Dr.
comment on
Claire
that.
Mosley.
And I have to say it has been, enormous fun.
British media is reporting his children are travelling to Symi as the search continues. Rani Hayman, ABC News, London.
So, of course, that was when he was missing. Here's another video. We haven't seen all these videos from the Australian news.
Are also stepping up to join the mission to find Michael Mosley. Greek island of Symi is now buzzing, with more search and rescue teams arriving, determined to find the missing doctor. And even they are finding the blistering heat unforgivable.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Volunteers on the island are also stepping up to join the mission to find Michael Mosley.
This morning she came in my room and said, let's go and look for Michael because we know the path, so we should have come.
We're just staying there. We're just
just staying right there.
kilometres of where he's got to be.
Work known as the Abyss.
Up to now,
An underground cave network known as the Abyss. It just says it all. But yeah, that terrain. I mean, it's not a place you go walking, is it? And certainly not in the middle of the afternoon. I'm honestly, it's awful what's happened to him, but I'm honestly surprised, because he seems to. He's obviously an intelligent guy. He's a doctor, for goodness sake. Why he decided to go for a walk on that terrain in the middle of the afternoon, I have no idea. And one thing we need to learn for this, because I know there's a lot of you, if you don't live in hot countries, those of you that are out there who live in hot countries, you'll know, like I know now. I didn't know years ago when I first came to live in Spain. But the longer you live in a country where you get extreme heat, you just learn to respect the heat. You have to. And unfortunately, tourists, holidaymakers, they just don't understand, how devastating the sun can be, and how it can literally, just sap you of all your energy. And it is a killer. It is a killer. Of course it is. So, the lesson obviously that we have learned from this is just don't go walking in the middle of the afternoon in hot climates. That's the time you should be tucked up on your sofa watching something on the telly with the aircon on. Go out early morning. That's what I do with my dogs in the summer. I'm out at 6:30 in the morning. It's the only time of the day that's cool. It's not even really that cool in the evening, but it's obviously there's no sun at night time, but it's still humid normally. Whereas the only time that's actually fresh through July and August is literally 6 in the morning, just as it's getting light.
All search efforts, sea, land and air, have been fruitless. Not a single trace has been found. It's as if he disappeared from the face of the earth.
They will not lose hope. It's that hope that keeps driving the air, sea and land search that authorities have vowed to continue until Dr. Mosley is found. Jenny Lavelle, ABC News.
So yeah, it could have been a fall. It might not have been the heat, but I think it probably, reading between the lines, you think the heat will have, because the thing is, although it might not have been the heat, if you trip up and you just, you broke your leg or you're stuck there, of course, they'll give
This
them an autopsy.
CCTV that appears to show British TV presenter Michael Mosley
Sorry,
raises
another
more
video.
questions
Hang
than
on.
answers.
So yeah, the autopsy will show that, won't it? The autopsy will show, was it a fall? Did he break his leg? Did he break his ankle? Is that why he couldn't get up? Or did he have a heart attack? Or because it can easily cause a heart attack, that sort of heat. I'm just trying to find like the Australian news channels actually saying about his body being found. Let's see. So but yeah, I mean, that's my advice anyway, as someone who's lived in Spain for 20 odd years. So I think it was Mark on there saying he went to Spain and you can get sunstroke in sort of an hour. It's like, we you see it on the beaches in the summer. Unfortunately, you see, you can tell the tourists a mile off, because tourists are, normally red, like lobsters, aren't they, on the beach? They don't wear sunscreen, or not sunscreen that's strong enough, and they go to the beach for hours. I just have done it myself a million times before I came to live here. I have done it and done it and done it. Just don't see the danger of it. Whereas, what you find with the Spanish people generally is they'll go to the beach early in the morning. They'll be off the beach by 1 o'clock latest. And then they might go back then about 6, 7 o'clock. Evenings on the beach are fantastic. It's in the summer when it's really hot. That's the best time of day on the beach. As the sun's going down, and there's normally a breeze comes in off the sea, and it's lovely. The beach in the evenings is really nice. But I think certainly in a British mentality, it's not in our mentality to. It's not in our it's so difficult, even after all these years of living here in Spain. It's hard for me to get into the Spanish rhythm of the way they live. You know, to eat at the times they eat, you know, to do things. It's still difficult to think, I'm going to the beach at 6 o'clock in the evening. Just, it's sort of almost alien. You know, because if you're British, especially, you normally by 6 o'clock, that's it, sort of thing. You know, you're sort of hunkering down for the night, aren't you? You know, like having your tea and then sitting down to watch the telly or do whatever you do with your evenings. And that's in Spain, it's different. You don't have your dinner till 10. That's when they sit down and do whatever they're doing in the evening. So it's a whole different culture that's quite hard to get into. And even after all these years of living here, that's difficult for me as well. You know, it's not, yeah, it's not all cracked up to be I mean, having said that, Heather, I have to say that's only July and August. So what you've got to think is you've got 10 months of the year that are really pleasant, you know, from September really right through to June. The temperature is pleasant, not too hot. But again, you have to respect it as well. But July and August is pretty horrible, whatever you do, really. So that's the only thing. But, you know, you think of when I think about living in the UK, there's like 10 months of winter, isn't there? And if you're lucky, you've got 2 months of summer. It's completely the opposite way around, isn't it? You know, you just get the odd days here and there. I mean, when it's nice in the UK, it's lovely. And the UK is such a beautiful country, I think. I think there's nothing more beautiful than like the English countryside, etc. I don't think Spain is as beautiful as, I'm not really a beach person, to be honest. So the beach, you know, I prefer woods and things. So the north of Spain is more beautiful for me. But it's just that miserableness in the UK, the cold and the damp and the grey skies. That's what I think I would struggle with if I went back to live there. You know, and the rain, yeah, see now, Heather, I love the rain now. But that's because I don't see it very often. And I think I said, like when I went to Manchester last year, I was there for 3 weeks, and there was only 2 days it didn't rain. I loved every minute of it. It wasn't cold, to be fair. It wasn't cold. I thought I'd be cold. I wasn't cold. So I packed all the wrong clothes because I was packing to go to Manchester in 40 degrees heat. So I took all my summer dresses with me. You know, luckily, just at the last minute, I took my pink boots. Thank God, because they're waterproof boots. I don't know what made me think, because I hadn't worn them here for ages. But I just thought I better take them just in case it rains. Thank God I took them, because although it was okay wearing my summer clothes in a way, because it wasn't cold, but I had to borrow a cagoule off one of my nieces. I had no, you know, rain jacket or anything like that. So, yeah. Hi, Chumba. Hi, Jean. Yeah, I think Scotland's probably the most beautiful place I've ever been to. But of course, it is, you know, that's why it's beautiful. You know, countries that are green and gorgeous and lots of woods and forests, and it's because it rains a lot. That's why. Anyway, I'm still trying to find some sort of video from the body being found from the Australian news. Still, I don't think we'll get many more details yet, but I will be back on later. And then maybe they'll have filled in some of the details by then. But of course, you know, there has to be an autopsy and all sorts of things. So I can't see anything on these. Let me see if I search the doctor. Let's see. Hang on. Oh no, I don't seem to have got there with it on. No, nothing about this on the ABC News anyway. What I'm looking on here, there's nothing about his body being found, from what I can see. Okay, so I don't think there'll be any more. I'll just check once more on Sky News to see if there's anything more. Says here that the body was found at an inaccessible location. What? Let's have a look at that. Seem to have lost your comments for some reason. Hang on. Oh, there you go. They're back. Yeah, they think he fell down a hill. Yeah, because it says here that he was found at an inaccessible location. Let's see. So the body was found 10 meters from the sea, close to a cave complex on Symi, the mayor told Sky News. So this police spokesman said the body was found on a rocky coast by a private boat, and formal identification was pending.
We're on Peddy Marina, which is actually the last place that Dr. Mosley was seen when he was walking past on that CCTV. And just in the last half an hour, the deputy mayor issued that statement saying that Dr. Mosley's body had been found. We understand it was just outside of a cave. We've just spoken to the mayor of Symi, who told us that he was the one that found Dr. Mosley, and he said he'd been out this morning with a local television crew doing interviews in that area, and that they filmed something on their camera, which they weren't sure what it was, and they returned back to the marina and had a look at it. And when they realized what they were looking at, they sent the Coast Guard to that place to have a more thorough search. And it is a place that is not easily accessible. We were in that area yesterday. You have to take a water taxi that comes every 20 minutes, or the other way to go is to walk. And it is believed that Dr. Mosley may have walked there because it is in the direction that he was walking, that he was believed to have been walking. And the mayor yesterday had said that he was pretty confident that that was the location where they would find him. He was so confident, he said they would find him yesterday. And it turns out they found him this morning. And just as we arrived at the marina, an ambulance came here with a stretcher and took off on a boat down over my right shoulder. And we expect them to come back here very shortly. So we'll wait and see what happens next.
That's interesting, isn't it? So what, this is supposed to be a picture of the cave complex, but the plot thickens. Mysterious how he got to that. Did he fall off the cliff? Did he walk there? Why would he have walked there? Body found at inaccessible location. So it's all very mysterious, but anyway, at least his body's been recovered. That's a big thing. BBC's live at the scene now. I can't watch BBC on here, I don't think. Let's have a look. I can get the website up. Maybe I can get BBC News up. No. Okay, no, I can't stream the BBC, but anyway, that's as much as we know really by now. I'll be back later and we'll have another chat about it. I can do a bit more research about it then as well. The thing is, literally, I just saw this news that had been found. I saw it on Sky News when I was preparing to do a live for later. And I thought I would just come on instantly. And we'll see. Yeah, I'll have more information later. So thank you for being here with me. Remember to live and love wisely, carefully. I'll see you later. I'll definitely be back later for a chat. So till I see you then, may your God be with you, and please don't go out walking in the sweltering heat. The poor guy. Anyway, R.I.P.